guys, Alex here, and exciting news, new bike from Factor, the Ostro Vam 2.0. Of course, we already knew that something was coming because a couple weeks ago through Simon Clark's Waxer, some images leaked of the new bike, but now it's official. Factor has launched the new Ostro Vam. So I'm going to share a little bit about, of course, the design, aerodynamics, and that has already been talked quite a few on social media, but I want to also bring some nice features like the battery port for Shimano Di2, the seat clamp, and a few other features that I thought it was super cool that they added to this bike. So we've seen this now trend of road bikes being more bulky on the front and skinnier on the back. Specialized did that with their Tarmac SL8. Factor is having a similar approach with a belly on the front that claims to break better the wind in the front where it really matters and save more weight on the back. But still, Factor even managed with the new design fork that it looks a little narrower, but is also lighter. And they claim you're saving around 260 grams of weight compared to the previous version. And that's not a huge saving. But if you have ever lifted an Ostro Vam, you see how light this bike is for a aero bike. So I can imagine even shredding a little bit more, it's gonna be totally a fast aero and super light bike. Also, one thing that is making manufacturers be able to make skinnier bikes on the back is that UCI has reduced the tube thickness, the minimum tube thickness on the back and the seat stay. So you'll see that's been on the limit of the UCI, what they allow. So some rules have changed. This allows manufacturers to also push further the design and aerodynamics and push the bikes lighter and lighter. So this design has not only changed in the front, the fork, but the whole bike in general. And they have been testing this a lot on the wind tunnel, removing the maximum of drag that this frame can have so the air flows smoothly through the front of the bike, through the middle of the bike, all the way to the end. Also, they tested different wheels configurations, and they say that the ideal wheel setup for this bike would be the Black Ink, their Black Ink 4858, that matches perfectly with the profile of the frame, making a great aero bike and also a super light bike. The wheel set is around 1,270 grams. So super light aero wheel match with this bike will make it extremely fast. So the previous version of the Ostro Vam was a pretty sick looking bike, and with this new design, I think it's even nicer in my opinion. And actually what matters is, yes, the looks, right? The looks will make us faster. So really beautiful, really nice design of the new Factor. So going into some of the features of this new bike, the seat clamp is one of them. Before, the seat clamp used to be under the top tube in the front, and now they moved with 2 screws on the back. I think that's better because it will be easier to see and to put a tool there to tighten it with the correct torque. So logically, it looks like a better seat clamp. Although I didn't experience any problems with the previous version, but I think this one will be even better. I like that there's 2 screws. Hopefully these screws are not too small. What I have experienced with some bikes that do have 2 screws, usually the screws are smaller and it's pretty easy to strip them. But hopefully this is an improved system, and that's usually what happens with next generation bikes. They always improve with the design and also all the components. So I think it's going to be a very positive change. A super cool feature also is the Di2 battery port. Ironically, I'm wearing a SRAM t-shirt. I didn't think of that, but for Shimano, the only downside sometimes is having access to the battery, and sometimes it's on the down tube or it's installed on the seat post. And that can be something that sometimes is a little hassle if you're traveling with your bike for an event and you have to remove the seat post, and Sometimes that can give you problems because sometimes you disconnect the battery, or the battery gets pushed in too deep in the seat post. And I've seen too many times people having problems on races where they can't catch their wire, reinstall it, or while they were packing their bike, they disconnected the wire and the bike is not working. So Factor has made this port right underneath the frame where there's a port over there where you can install the battery. I think that is super neat, and I think bike mechanics will love that, because when you have to mess around with batteries and junction box, and because of that you have to remove bottom brackets and seat posts, it is a pain. So I believe that that port might help. Hopefully it's sturdy enough and it looks like a nice design, and so I think it's a great positive thing for people that want to install Shimano Di2. Another feature is the water bottle cage, and people don't realize, but the water bottle cage is one of the items that creates a lot of drag on the bike, and they've created the water bottle cage to work seamlessly on the down tube, so less drag from your water bottle. Cannondale has designed something similar, but even the water bottle is specifically for the bike. I don't know if I really like that from Cannondale, but if it's something you want to save some watts on, you can even use a proprietary water bottle. But Factor has done that with the water bottle cage. The down tube is pretty thick and wide for the Factor, so that creates a barrier and hides the water bottle pretty well. So the bike will have 4 color options. The white chrome, that for me is my favorite. Then they're gonna have the gloss chrome, that is their classic black with the chrome logo that looks really, really sick, and it looks much better in real life than on the website. Then the gloss blue, and also super stealth, that I imagine is gonna look amazing, is the whole black one, and it looks really, really sick on the website. I would love to see it in real life. I didn't see the option of the Prisma color. I don't know if they're gonna do that, or it might take a while until they offer the Prisma color. That I think is just an awesome feature that Factor offers. It takes a while to get the bike, takes longer for you to get the bike, but you can customize your painting and how your bike looks. And actually, I will be doing a video of a bike that I will be getting from a client that ordered a Prisma color that I think is going to look amazing, and I'm going to do the build of this bike and be able to share with you guys. So yeah, Factor coming in strong in this year of 2024, launching this bike. Also, they won the Tour Down Under with Israel Premier Tech in Australia. A pretty big win right at the beginning of the year. And also they are starting to sponsor, and it's going to be the bike that Legion, the crit race team from LA, will be riding, the Factor Ostro Vam. So that's pretty cool too. So they're coming in pretty strong. I think the new bike will start coming in the US, I think by the end of March. So hopefully I can grab a hold of one of these to the shop so I can show to you guys the new Ostro Vam. So that's it, guys, for this video. Let me know what you guys think of this new bike. And as always, I'll see you on our next ride experience. Ciao.